Cops go on and commit atrocities, believing they are above the law and can do whatever they wish. However, they often meet their match and are placed in their positions by higher authority. Just like this officer who is owned by this honest judge.
I want to be enlightened.
It was a mistake, admittedly, by Michael Wagner.
I know.
He testified to that today.
He caused her to have her driver's license suspended for at least a few months for nothing. So are you going to null process that case, or am I going to get mad at you today?
Perhaps you can get mad at me, Your Honor, but at this point...
Why wouldn't you? Wait a minute. Did you hear the uncontroverted testimony of this officer?
Your Honor.
Then I want you taking him up on perjury.
Your Honor.
Will you take him up for perjury?
He admitted it was a mistake, Your Honor.
No, but he lied. He lied on a sworn
Absolutely
citation.
not, Your Honor, and that is not true.
I'm dismissing. I am dismissing this charge. No, I'm dismissing the charge.
This action visibly angered the judge, and he would not stop here as he went on to grant more favors to the defendant.
This whole case was fishy, and I have no idea how they... You know what?
Their address on file.
You know what?
The state intends to amend
I'm granting.
and proceed on
I'm rescinding the sentence. I'm granting the JOA.
You don't agree with the state's decision on
I'm
the
granting the
other
JOA
charges?
in fairness.
In fairness, because you don't like the state's decision today, Your Honor, on the case?
No, you're not. Now that I consider what Officer Wagner testified to and how many times he basically tripped over himself just to arrest this lady with no real probable cause. You're done. Motion for JOA is granted.
And you're not going to provide a written order on that?
Nope. You want to appeal me? Appeal me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The case should have never been done. Never.
Thank you for letting us know that, Your Honor.
The judge not only reversed his decision, but acquitted the defendant on the spot, leaving the arresting officer and his attorney in dismay. Well, sometimes police officers do the unthinkable in courtrooms, costing their cities thousands of dollars. In a September 2012 hearing of an assault case, Judge Doris Bird laid out punishment for an assault like Anthony Waller when a police officer decided to take matters into his own hands.
Investigation for false imprisonment, assault in the third degree, assault as a class 2 felony, and a misdemeanor charge as well in possession of drug paraphernalia.
I'd like to object first. If I'm under investigation, I thought the investigation came first, then the rest came. Go on, man.
Get up. Get on your feet. You don't turn on me. Get on your feet.
Waller was only talking to the judge when Deputy Brady Lovingier slammed him to the ground before taking him away. The suspect later claimed that he suffered broken teeth and head wounds. As a result, the deputy was suspended by the sheriff's office and ultimately resigned. On the other hand, Mr. Waller ended up getting $50,000 in damages from a federal jury. This officer lost his job for this. But what happened to this next bully in court will leave you all satisfied.
5 individuals claimed that this defendant tased them when they were not consenting to it, when they were not looking.
January 2023, Behar County Deputy Andrew Garcia was arrested for using his taser on cadets in training. Garcia was charged with 2 counts of official oppression, assault with bodily injury, and harassment. He pled guilty to the charges as Judge Boyd proceeded with the case.
You entered a plea to account for tampering with the government record. You entered a plea of guilty. The state waived counts 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the state jail facility. The state recommends community supervision. They're opposing your application for deferred adjudication. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes, Judge. We have.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, I've gone over my client and given him a chance to read it at his own pace.
It was Deputy Chavez.
No. Not in training, because you were not tasing people in training. I know that sometimes, and I don't know if it's still the case, I think it's not the case, they would tase officers in training so they would know this is the voltage of the taser, this is how it feels.
The state attorney explained what Deputy Garcia had actually done. The revelations will surely leave you in shock and dismay.
Yes, Judge. So this defendant took advantage of people who he was supposed to be supervising and training in the Bexar County Jail. He was the CERT deputy in charge of cadets and lockdown units with violent offenders, people with ag assaults, murder charges pending. At least 5 individuals claim that this defendant tased them when they were not consenting to it, when they were not looking, and that he did it in front of inmates, which, jeopardizes the security of the jail and also does not help with the retention issues that the jail is having as well. At least 2 of the victims left after that they were tased because they didn't want to be part of that work environment. Some of them were tased on the arms, legs, back, stomach. Multiple people said they did not want to be tased. He did it anyways. There's evidence that after he tased them and that the victims would ask him, "Why'd you do that?" He would look at them and smile. Some of the people consented to being tased. However, it was under a type of duress. For example, one of the victims went to him asking for clippers so that they could cut the inmate's hair in another unit. And he said, "I'll give them to you if you let me tase you."
It's bizarre to hear that a law enforcement officer was being a straight-up bully and was harassing his juniors who were there for training. However, the events keep on getting worse.
In the PSI, I noticed that he said that he had been tased before. There's evidence that was uncovered throughout the investigation that he would, when the victims would say, "Hey man, why'd you do that to me? Have you ever been tased?" He would respond back with, "No, and I'm not going to let anyone tase me." I don't know which part of that is actually true. I just want to make it very clear that when these reports come out and when all this stuff is happening, they don't say Andrew Garcia was tasing people in the jail. They say a Bexar County Sheriff's deputy was tasing people. He's besmirched the badge of the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. This is supposed to be a controlled environment, and he added chaos to an already chaotic environment. By doing this in front of the inmates, it put not only him in jeopardy and the cadets, but also the other inmates. And it is his sole job in the jail to maintain the health and safety of the inmates who are there. When he was confronted about it, he put on a government record that he does not recall this ever happening. However, in the PSI, he says the reason he did it is because it was done to him. The old saying, if all your friends jump off of a bridge, are you going to do it too? And here it seems like he just went along with it and was tasing all these cadets.
The poor cadet who was multiple times spoke to investigators, or else this unlawful practice might have continued even longer.
The defendant is 6'10", 245 pounds, at least at the time when he was working there. One of the victims is 5'2" and 112 pounds. And he reported that he was held up against the wall physically, and that this defendant would not set him down, that he would put him into an arm bar in front of other inmates and tase him multiple times in front of other inmates. This was not a one-off time, Judge. If it was, I don't think the state would be having such an issue with the bird. It's the fact that we found out that this happened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 individuals. And the one individual he didn't tase, he would harass. So when he would go to start doing his checks on the inmates, this defendant would point the red dot at him, come up behind him and clack the taser while the cadet was just trying to do his job. Therefore, the state thinks that this defendant should carry a conviction because of the egregiousness and because he has besmirched the badge of the Bexar County Sheriff's Office.
Defense.
It seemed the bully enjoyed harassing and attacking those innocent young cadets. Shortly after, his attorney had the floor, and the corrupt deputy tried his best to play the victim card.
What you're accused of by tasing and harassing these cadets is not a proper work environment or training environment for them?
100%.
Okay. Have you learned from this not to do something like that?
100%, yes.
Okay. Were you ever tased? Yes or no?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And is it part of training that everybody's going to get tased sooner or later? Normally a time when they get tased.
At a time and a place, yes.
Okay. And did you notice anything from the inmates reacting to your alleged misconduct?
I'm saying I do not recall tasing in front of inmates.
Okay. All right. So, and this is your first offense,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. Norma.
This is a first-time offender. I do understand what I did was, wrong. I would not do it again if I made a mistake. I'm about to get married here in the next couple of weeks. I asked for, if you could on deferred, I would greatly appreciate it. I have done my lesson, Your Honor. And I would never, ever do anything like this again.
Any questions?
Any questions from the state?
Just a few questions. So Your attorney asked you, you know that that's not a proper work environment, stuff to do in the work environment, correct? But you understand this is more than just some type of workplace harassment, that was criminal conduct you were doing,
Yes,
where you were housing people who have allegedly committed crimes.
correct.
So in fact, you were committing crimes in the jail.
Correct.
No further questions, Judge.
Nothing else, John.
All right.
After the defense and state presented their arguments, Judge Boyd took charge and announced the sentence. But before that, she took this bully to the cleaners.
We are actually going to marriage license to pick up the proper documents, and then whenever I guess they have their scheduling, we'll pick a date, but as soon as possible.
All right. The state is asking for you to have a conviction. If this were counts 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7, I would probably have no question about giving you a conviction. But however, you do need to be punished. And punished is not just permanent surrender of your TCO license. So I'm going to give you a choice. I will give you 4 years deferred adjudication. With that, you're going into custody to the Bexar County Jail for 30 days. That's your punishment. Or I will give you a conviction. Which do you choose?
And the conviction, are you just giving regular probation? Is that what you're saying,
Yes.
Your Honor?
Deputy Garcia was a lying coward. The only reason he didn't want to go to the same jail he worked at was because he couldn't face the cadets he was bullying for fun.
Only one that works within my family. My wife is focused on her degree, and it's. I don't want to be in jail, Your Honor.
Well, the people you tased, they just wanted to, I'm assuming they were there to support their families as well. So why were you tasing people? And I don't want to hear, because how old are you?
24.
24. I don't want to hear this is like college and people are hazing people. I never understood why people who had been hazed decide to haze other people. So why were you tasing people at the jail who are just there? And I know those cadets are young because I've seen some of them. They're 18. Some of them look as though they're 12. So why were you tasing cadets?
Your Honor, doesn't make it right. It's a thing that's going around.
Oh, you're saying there are other cadets there are other people at the name.
Deputy Garcia tried to cover up by claiming it was a long-standing practice. The judge cut him off and went over to humble him for the next few minutes, leaving him speechless.
Who are tasing people at the jail.
Off the top of my head, Your Honor, it's been a while. I don't.
No, I'm thinking, who tased you? Give me a name. I'm sure the state would like to know these names. So who are the names of the people who were tasing you?
Your Honor, I do not remember.
Of course, you always remember the first person who tased you.
The first person who tased me was in proper training.
Oh, what's their name?
That was.
All of the complainants in this case remember you as tasing them. That's why you're here. So who tased you?
In proper training, it was Deputy Chavez.
No. Not in training, because you were not tasing people in training. I know that sometimes, and I don't know if it's still the case, I think it's not the case, they would tase officers in training so they would know this is the voltage of the taser, this is how it feels. Much like in the military, when they release the gas, so you'll know how to wear your mask properly. No, I'm talking about who tased you improperly, because that's why we're here. You're saying people hazed you, so you're just hazing people. So who are these people who tased you when you were not in training?
Your Honor, I do not remember names.
All right, so who else is tasing people at the jail?
Garcia tried to dodge the question, but didn't realize he was up against a brilliant judge who wouldn't let him off so easily.
Because that's what you're telling people. You're telling me, you're telling the state, you're telling the attorney that there's tasing happening at the jail. I'm sure those cadets don't want to be tased if it's not in training. So who are these other people who are tasing cadets? We want to know. So tell me who they are. Do you need to sit in the box while you think of the names of the people?
Mr. Randall.
Any reason why are you not intentionally not remembering names, correct?
No, I cannot remember.
Oh, I mean, if you want to sit in the box and think about the names, because you can't just throw around people are being tased at the jail by other people, and then that's it. Who are these people who are tasing people? There's nothing worse. Well, there may be other things that are worse than people who say, well, I heard. But you're not saying I heard.
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying, oh, now you're changing it to I heard?
I haven't seen someone get tased. I've heard of stories of people getting tased, and I just ran with that.
Oh, so he's never seen anybody tased. So now he's not just continuing the hazing that happened to him. He was just tasing people. Your unborn child, is this going to be a girl or a boy?
He's born 4 months old. He's a boy, yes, ma'am.
The deputy continued making a joke of himself, left with no answers. The pathetic bully never considered his actions wrong, and the judge kept pressing on his vague excuses.
He's born 4 months old. He's a boy, yes, ma'am.
4 months old. So what if he decides to be a cadet at the jail and somebody like you, who's 6'10", however much you weigh, is tasing him?
I would be unhappy with that.
Mm-hmm. How unhappy would you be?
Very unhappy. Very unhappy.
And how would you think the work environment would be for your son when they're constantly worried about some guy who's bigger than them tase them?
As a parent, I would not approve of that work environment, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. That's what you did. Some people would call it being a bully, but that's what you did.
Yes, ma'am.
So you deserve a conviction, and I'm going to give you a conviction. Is there anything else from either party? In the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting. Oh, and if I haven't said it before, I'm finding you guilty. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular UAs. There's to be the permanent surrender of your TCOL license. And I know sometimes people will give up their TCOL license, but then they go to another state and they're allowed to become officers again. So while you're on this probation, there's to be no employment as a security officer.
In my opinion, the deputy was lucky not to get a jail sentence. His punishment felt like a slap on the wrist. But the judge made sure to humble him one last time.
Court is not waiving any of those hours, and I'm going to require parenting classes. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Want the judge give you anything, help you at all? This is your time to ask.
Sir, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful on this probation?
No.
All right. I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it? All right, we can go off the record. I understand why you don't want to do your time at the Bexar County Jail. And you know what? I know it has to do with people in the box and security for you at the Bexar County Jail. So that heavy beating of your heart, that's the heavy beating that all of those cadets had whenever you were on shift. And you need to remember that. Do you understand?
Sure.
All right, good luck to you. Yes.
I apologize. You want field visits?
Yes, field visits once a month for 3 months. All right, just have a seat. They'll go over conditions with you. With your attorney, did you understand it, and did you sign it? All right, we can go off the record. I understand why you don't want to do your time at the Bexar County Jail. And you know what? I know it has to do with people in the box and security for you at the Bexar County Jail. So that heavy beating of your heart, that's the heavy beating that all of those cadets had whenever you were on shift. And you need to remember that. Do you understand?
Sure.
All right, good luck to you. Yes.
I apologize. You want field visits?
Yes.
Garcia was immediately fired from the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. And although he wasn't arrested, he will never get to be a law enforcement officer again, thanks to Judge Boyd. Well, this isn't the last time a judge destroyed an officer in court, as this case will leave you stunned.
At least give me the satisfaction of knowing that you're out there beating up niggas. LOL. How humiliating and degrading. Be a positive example to Officer Zelensky.
On January 28, 2015, Inkster police officer William Mendez and his partner John pulled over a black man for a traffic violation. What followed will shock you as Judge Vonda Evans details the incident during the trial.
I'm going to start out with Mr. Dent. The victim involved in this tragedy is a 58-year-old black man who was driving his Cadillac in Inkster, a suburb of Detroit. On the evening of January 28, 2015, where his life changed forever, he was stopped by the defendant, a then Inkster police officer, and his partner, Officer Zelensky. Mr. Dent was stopped for a minor traffic offense and ordered out of his vehicle. With his hands extended out of his driver's window, he was grabbed out, thrown to the ground, and struck 16 times in the head by the defendant. In his attempt to arrest him, he was thrown onto a window shield of a patrol car, bleeding profusely from a head injury. The responding police officers arrived as the defendant is wrestling the defendant to the ground. Mr. Dent was struck, kicked, and tased while on the ground by what appeared to be a group of angry, anxious police officers that celebrated after the defendant was beaten and cuffed.
This horrible beating had left Dent's face and shirt drenched in blood, but the officer's reaction to this was even worse.
The video in the car shows the police officers fist bumping as a celebratory act of bravery by the defendant and his cohorts. But the one image that struck out to the court was looking at Mr. Dent in his cell, shaking his head. In disbelief of what had occurred to him. If his conduct was indicative of what he was thinking, I would have thought this: what crime did I commit? Being a black man in a Cadillac, stopped for a minor traffic offense by a group of racist police officers looking at. As police officer John Zelensky, auxiliary police officer, testified in court too, in his response to a text, was quoted as saying, "At least give me the satisfaction of knowing that you're out there beating up right now. LOL. How humiliating and degrading that must have been."
After his arrest, the officers kept on humiliating, cleaned his blood off their uniforms with disinfectant. Dent was also charged with resisting arrest and drug. The judge was devastated by the events and delivered a powerful, heartfelt lecture.
He was left in a cell for a number of hours before getting medical treatment. But after hearing the defendant and his fellow officers joke about his injuries as they were wiping blood off their uniforms with disinfectant. 2015. Please be quiet in my courtroom. How does this happen? I'm going to tell you how it happened. Some years ago, 19 to be, well, 25 to be exact, I remember coming into this building with such enthusiasm, so excited. And I remember a lawyer telling me that nobody leaves out of this building like they came in. I didn't understand what that meant. You go to social events, you tell people what you do for a living, and after they say, "What kind of cases do you hear?" And as a judge, prosecution, defense, does criminal defense, a police officer, after a while they say, "We don't want to know anymore." That's the job in the criminal justice system.
Racist Officer William could only sit and listen as the judge spoke. How fitting that he was being humbled by an African-American woman.
These pressures and expectations force officers who have a pure desire to purely serve the community as an occupation to conform to this group mentally or face being ostracized and labeled as an outcast among that group. These methods of indoctrination are passed along to new police recruits in the academy by stressing the importance of obedience to authority through a structure of shame and honor. It teaches them to conform and obey to the prevailing standards of the police culture. Field training, the recruit gets a reality check of what it's like to be out in the city. I was out at a mall yesterday. I asked a woman a question. I said, you don't have to answer. How much do you get paid an hour? She said, $15 with benefits. Well, guess what? That's more than what Inkster gets. They don't get benefits. The equipment, the police cars are old. We went out to the scene. Early in the morning, there were people who were using drugs. They just kind of came out. And the only thing I could imagine was the only thing that is separating these people from drugs are the police officers that appeared in my court.
Judge Vonda not only blasted the officer in question, but also questioned the overall system that produces such cops. On the other hand, all charges against Dent were dropped, and he settled with the city for $1.4 million.
According to Law Enforcement Today, a publication, police officers had the highest rate of alcoholism, divorce, drug abuse, suicide. Their life expectancy is 10 years less than the average American. Police are human beings too. They feel despair and they have ups and downs. Their job is made worse because they see on a daily basis, more than any other occupation, the worst behavior that people can inflict on one another. They go to work every day with the knowledge that some of the people that they are sworn to protect and serve want to kill them. But how do we as a community expect superior services from police officers who are making security guard salaries to receiving little compensation and struggling just to pay health care? We would rather save a few dollars to balance a budget than pay millions of dollars to reverse a tragedy that we could have prevented. I know that Mr. Dent would give back every dime of his $1 million settlement to go back to where he was in his life before January 28th. I wonder what would one half of that $1.4 million settlement awarded to Mr. Dent have done for the Inkster Police Department. Training officers that wanted to serve and not hiring officers that didn't belong. It's my belief that when we begin to value and properly compensate and train those that want to serve, then and only then will we as a community receive the type of services that we expect and demand from the defenders of our community, the police. It's amazing how poor cities like Flint can find millions of dollars to attempt to reverse a situation that $100 a day could and would have prevented.
Next up, we have this ignorant officer who was taken to the cleaners by his sergeant.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's the hurry?
I'm just in my way to work. I have like 11 minutes left.
You have 9 minutes left?
Yeah, I can win at 12.
Okay, and also, you're not staying in your lane.
I'm sorry, boss. I have a low tire. That's all it is.
Come back here and talk to me real quick.
Yeah.
Come back here.
Yep.
The officer who went over 100 miles per hour was later identified as Jordan Hernandez, who had been with the Albuquerque police for 3 years. Soon after pulling him over, the officer could observe signs of impairment from Jordan.
Yeah, so you're doing so stand right here. So did you even see me on the freeway?
I didn't see you. I'm sorry.
Okay. You didn't see me at all?
No, sir.
You didn't see me at all?
No, I didn't.
Okay, were you doing a buck 12 and I turned around? I actually saw you in the median, I turned around, and I've been chasing you probably since the 2:12-ish.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So, do you do a favor? You have your weapon on you, right?
What's that?
You have your weapon on you?
Yes, sir.
Let's put it in your car real quick.
Okay.
And your taser. Come back here.
Yes, sir.
Over here. When does shift start?
12, sir.
12? Okay, start here. So, Mr. Hernandez, where are you coming from?
Las Lunas.
Where do you live at in Las Lunas?
What's that?
Where do you live at?
Hunting ranch.
Officer Jordan was heading over to his late shift, and the other officer could smell alcohol on his breath. That's when he asked him to do the field sobriety test.
Why can't you stay in one lane?
Because I'm trying to log on to all my stuff and everything like that.
Okay. So when did you start logging into it?
Honestly, I can show you. Like, I've been trying to log on and doing all my other stuff. That's the only reason.
Mr. Hernandez, when did you last drink alcohol?
Yesterday.
Okay, I'm gonna check your eyes real quick.
Okay.
Put your toes together. I'm gonna check your eyes.
Okay.
So nothing drink recently?
No, sir.
Okay, any major head injury?
Just a headache recently, but nothing crazy.
Okay. When did you graduate the academy?
About 3 years ago, sir.
Okay. Was I one of your instructors?
What's that?
Was I one of your instructors?
No, sir.
Okay. See my fingertip?
Yes, sir.
Follow my fingertip with your eyes only. And don't move your head.
Yes,
so, Mr. Hernandez, can you explain why I would smell alcohol from your breath?
I don't know why, sir.
Okay, here we go. Don't move your head. Mr. Hernandez, do you have a license?
On me, yeah.
Can I see it?
The officer could see his eyes bouncing off, which is a clear sign of impairment. Jordan stood in the middle of the road as the cop kept checking his eyes.
Okay. Don't look at my knuckle, look at my fingertip, okay? Okay, same thing, I'm going up and down. Follow fingertip.
Yep.
Mr. Hernandez, 2 more quick tests. We'll possibly get you on your way.
The officer was almost certain that Hernandez was over the limit, but he kept doing the required tests, starting with the walk and turn test, which revealed his actual condition.
Directly in front. Hands at your sides.
Can I take off my mask? I can't see it over my bag.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Can I put them on your hood?
You can put them in your car.
Okay. Sorry, I can't see over my hood or my mask.
Any questions?
No, sir.
You feel understand what I want you to do?
Yes, sir.
Next up will be step number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And just like that, the officer proceeded with the third test, where Jordan had difficulty lifting his leg.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Do you feel understand?
Yeah, can I?
Sure, you can face whichever way you want. Whenever you're ready, I'll tell you when to stop.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004,
Okay, come over with me.
Apart from these tests, the officer also had some pretty simple tests for Jordan as he was following the protocol.
Yes, sir. Come backwards from the number 58 to 43 backwards. Yes, sir. Don't sing them. Don't sing them.
Don't sing them?
Yeah, just come backwards.
Okay. 58, 57, 56, or sorry, 40 or 58 to where?
43.
43, okay. 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 44, 45, 44, 43.
You done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The alphabet.
Yes, sir.
Starting with the letter H as in Henry, stopping at the letter R as in Robert. Recite them forward. Don't sing them.
H star.
H star.
HIJKLMNOPQR.
Despite completing these tests with greater control, the officer had already made his decision as he proceeded to arrest his fellow officer for drunk driving.
Mr. Hernandez, I believe that you're well over the legal limit. Okay. Okay. Go and take every. So I will do the favor of that. Would you disagree with me?
I wouldn't agree with you, sir.
No, I said would you disagree with me?
I would disagree with you.
Okay.
Can I put it in my unit?
Sure. Did you do great in the fields? No. Do you know how to do the field sobriety test? Yes. Your speech. I've never heard you speak. The strong odor. Your eye movements. Okay.
Okay, but my eye movement and nothing else. Like, okay. I'm not going to argue.
Oh, I know you're not.
I'm good. Here.
Officer Jordan felt as if he had been hard done by the officer because he had passed the field sobriety test. However, the officer couldn't get over his blurry eye and the smell of alcohol.
Do you want me to give him a call?
We'll call him in a minute.
You honestly, you don't need to do all that. Like, I can.
Well, you have your gun belt, yeah.
What do you want?
Or this thing?
Yeah.
Did that come off?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're going to take it out.
Okay. Do you want me to put it in my unit?
Yeah. Do you have a t-shirt? Do you have a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Let's check out the APD.
Okay.
Go. Face front of my police car? Yep.
The officer refused to give a breath test and was just taken to the police station.
Do you agree to take our test? I'm asking for a breath test.
No, sir.
Okay, sir, I can't force you to take our test, but if you refuse, you will lose your next driver's license or non-resident operating privilege for 1 year. If you are convicted in court for driving while under the influence, you may also receive a greater sentence because you have refused to be tested. Furthermore, you will be charged with aggravated DWI, which you know. With that in mind, do you want to submit to a breath test?
No, sir.
Do you feel turn around this way? Open your mouth. Lift your tongue. Nothing in your mouth. It's now 12:06. Okay. And I'll take your phone from you, and then we'll call your sergeant. I gotta call my lieutenants anyway.
That's fine.
Officer Jordan was eventually charged with driving under the influence. He was placed on administrative leave following an internal investigation. Surprisingly, this wasn't the last time cops were caught drunk on duty. On May 3rd, 2024, Detective Victor Montalvo was driving his SUV when he just crashed it into his colleague's marked car. The detective had had a little too much to drink as he got out of the car and drew his gun from his waistband.
Secure that. Gotcha.
And can you confirm if this is the correct street?
Just stand there. I got you. You okay? Okay. I want you to sit up for me. I want you to pull over here and I want you to sit against the wall.
Verify the ETA so I can update it with fire. Is it still in one lane or is it on 2 street?
However, multiple officers arrived on the spot as they tried to take Victor away. One of the officers took his gun away, and he was made to sit on the side of the road.
I don't have my handheld. My car.
The detective ultimately confessed to the officers about drinking a little too much. He was eventually arrested and taken to the police station.
They were doing I guess working the road. Who he hit? Hit him. You okay?
And this is
I can't stay here, girl. We gotta take our 39. Woo! Got it?
He was given 2 criminal citations and pleaded not guilty to both. Eventually, he was relieved from duty by the Miami-Dade Police Department. If you think this detective was embarrassing, wait until you see the next one.
I can't go get the jet.
No! On January 23, 2017, a couple of police officers were on their routine patrol when they observed a driver sleeping inside his car. Soon, the cops went over to inquire about this situation.
He's breathing. I said he's breathing. I don't know. He's breathing. See if the door's unlocked. All right. Police! Open the window. Open the window. Sir, open the window. Open the window.
The cops later discovered the person inside the car was an East Cleveland police detective, Joe March. Instead of complying with the officer's commands, he did something idiotic.
Stop! Stop! Can't reach. Stop now. Here, open the door. I can't go get the switch yet. No! Police department, stop!
Put your hands up!
The cop had no other option but to break his window. However, he kept resisting and made matters tough for himself. It's beyond understanding why a law enforcement officer would behave this way with his fellow cops.
Right now! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
Keep him up now. Pull him out.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Pull him out.
Get out of the car. I'm going to tase you.
Fortunately, the officer swiftly resolved the troubling situation by handcuffing the detective, who was completely impaired.
Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Copy 14.
I couldn't get into that window for nothing. I couldn't. It would not break.
Gun. Who do you work for?
What's going on with you? Why you give my partner a hard time? Who are you working for? Who you work for? Can you tell me who you work for, man?
Is this your work car?
Oh. Put me to...
All right, you're under arrest for operating a vehicle under the influence.
After making the arrest, the cops went over to search his vehicle, and they were shocked to discover a loaded automatic gun inside. It's terrifying to imagine what might have gone wrong if the cops didn't act on time.
Scheduled to start yesterday. Did he? Really? What's going on? What's your name, bro? My name's Truso. Brad. What's your name? So that's what we're gonna do.
Somebody gets
What do you?
your
I,
attention.
come up with something else? Dog shit. That's why residents need to pick up their dog shit. If I stepped in, I'd be really upset. It's okay.
Did you get it against him?
Oh, I stepped in it, yep.
You always step in it.
Always.
Alright, I'm gonna try to set up.
Oh, I'm gonna be really mad.
Oh, no, that's a leak.
Show.
That's a leak. Alright.
Always get it.
You guys got Garrison, somebody else at
Yeah,
Station
that's
2?
fine. Are you okay with that? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm absolutely good with
All
that.
right, so then tell them to come to the station.
I will.
And then, go from there. Go from there.
Eventually, he was transported to the police station, where he had to undergo a breath test. Despite the detective's continued sense of entitlement, the officers maintained their respectful demeanor.
Calm down.
Calm.
All right.
You mean calm out?
We're gonna be calm, dude. Come on, don't go getting all crazy on me, please. All right. My name's Officer Truso. You can call me Vince, okay? I'm OIC tonight. Alright? I'm gonna uncuff you. Joe, no problems, right? Oh. Man to man.
You fucking kidding me?
Listen to me, man, okay? I want you to stand up and I'll uncuff you, okay? I know, I know.
You see.
We know that now. Listen, you won't pull and drive. They'd have, listen, they'd have bust the windows out and everything.
They bust the windows out in the car?
Relax. Let me explain everything. Hold on. Chill. Okay? Alright, here's what's happening right now. You're being arrested for the OVI. You put my partners in a bad position. Okay?
Well, I shouldn't be arrested for anything.
Listen. Well, you put them in a position. Then you start resisting.
I didn't resist anything.
Okay, listen.
I didn't resist
Alright,
anything.
well, this is what we're doing. We're having some of your teammates are coming to pick the car up and everything. Joe.
Okay.
Listen,
Right.
with due respect, sir. Listen to me. I'm going to give you respect.
All right.
Listen to
Please
me.
do.
You're wasted. You sit down.
Listen.
Sit down. Sit down.
Listen.
Sit down, Joe.
Hey,
Joe,
how about
sit
that?
down. I know
How about that?
Sit down. I understand that. Right. I can't drive around drunk and my weapon on me. We shouldn't be able to do that, sir. On top of it, you have all your turnout gear, your kit in the back.
Despite his resistance, he was getting special treatment from the officers because of his position.
But you put my teammates in a bad position. And I get
How do
it.
I put your guys in a bad position?
Joe, you were passed out on the side of the street, sir.
Okay.
You were passed out
So-
over there. Listen.
so-
Go ahead.
so-
Go ahead. You can talk.
No, go ahead.
You were passed out on the side of the street. My partner had to freaking knock on the window several times. You put it in park and went to drive away. And I know for a fact the way you're handling yourself right now, if this was EC and someone did that to you, you'd be doing the same fucking thing, sir.
You know what?
You know I'm right.
You know what? I'll
right?
tell you what. I'll tell you what.
You're starting to smirk because you know I'm right.
No, I'll tell you what. I probably would.
I know.
I probably would. But I would not jam up one of your guys.
What am I supposed to do?
You're jamming me up.
I'm not jamming you up.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
processing you and having your teammates come and get you.
Jamming me up, bro.
I'm not
jamming
Calm
me
down.
up.
The detective was still being difficult, but the officers never gave him any problems. At this point, any other ordinary citizen would have been behind bars, or at least handcuffed.
I'll tell you what. One day.
Don't fucking threaten me, dude.
No, I'm not. I'm not threatening you.
I don't fucking want to do this,
Well,
man. But
I'm threatening. Now I'm
don't
threatening.
fucking listen.
Come on,
I don't want to fucking.
Hopefully
I don't,
there's cameras.
Yes, there is cameras.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right.
Thank
I
goodness.
don't want to do
I'm
this,
not
but
threatening
I
you.
don't want to do this.
I'm not threatening
okay?
you at all. Get the fuck out of here. Come on, man. Fuck out of here. Be a fucking man.
Okay.
However, slowly the detective started to feel better as the officer escorted him away from the interrogation room.
Yeah.
No good. I want boss.
Fair enough, man.
I want Scott.
Is that done? You alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
For me?
I guess they said they were going to let you come with me. You want to come here?
I want Scott here. One of my bosses.
Okay. Alright, yeah, Don said just coming back to the station with us. We can talk there.
Listen, I'm getting charged with DUI.
Okay.
I'm not all over that. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I want my boss here.
Okay.
That's
I understand. They said they said you've been being cool with them. They were just gonna let me take you in your car back to the barn.
Joe, I want my boss here.
Okay. Alright, let me call Don up, see if we can get him down here, okay?
No, not done that.
This detective was insane, but you'll be shocked to see how this sergeant was arrested by her juniors.
Come out the car.
Me?
Come out the car.
Go ahead.
Are you serious?
I'm good.
Are you serious?
I'm good.
Come to the back of the car.
As an officer approached the vehicle, he instructed the visibly flustered driver to step out. However, when the driver came out, the officer's expression quickly turned to disappointment.
Are you serious, Sarge? Really? You see how you're driving?
I have a friend with me.
Hey, Gomez, you on?
It turned out to be a colleague from work, Sergeant Andrea Smith. It was evident that she was intoxicated as she mumbled incoherently and even claimed to have a friend with her in the vehicle despite being alone.
Give me an O2, please. Stay in the back of the car, please. Hold on. Sarge, come out the car. Come out the car. Stay standing outside the car. Stay right here. Sarge, stay right here.
The arresting officer returned to his cruiser momentarily. When he came back, he found that Sergeant Smith had gotten back into her vehicle. He then asked her to step out once more.
Smith. All right, gonna be performing some field sobriety testing today, okay? Are you willing to take these tests?
Absolutely.
So, are you wearing any you have any contacts?
No.
No? Okay, so what about your shoes? Would you like to take your shoes off? No? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. Any injuries or anything like that? No? All right, so first thing we're gonna do, I need you to, huh? Oh, hold on, I'll be back.
Another officer arrived on the scene and informed Sergeant Smith that she would need to perform a field sobriety test. She consented, but the officer could not proceed with the test because someone called for his attention.
All right, Smith,
So that means you was starting sobriety test, you started sobriety test because the sergeant told you not to?
yes, they advised me that Miramar is coming to take over.
Okay.
I mean, it started and now...
So in the middle of the sobriety test, it told you no, right?
Yeah, he told me to stop. My sergeant told me to stop. So.
Conflict of interest?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. He told me to stop, and I'm just advising you that Miramar is coming to take over.
Okay.
All right?
No problem.
All right.
It turned out that the officer's sergeant had instructed him not to conduct the test and to let Miramar take over instead. Sergeant Smith appeared dissatisfied with this decision.
I still gotta write this shit up.
My phone is alone.
Don't hurry about That's gonna be totally up.
The special team eventually arrived on the scene, cuffing the intoxicated sergeant. During the questioning, she was barely able to form coherent sentences.
Is there a badge in there?
No badge.
Where's your license on? Any female, is it in your purse? No. Just put it in the car and fucking... Somebody want to give your jewelry and stuff? License? The sergeant just asked you. I'm the sergeant too. Okay. Dio.
I don't know if I got my license. I got my number for you. You need my number?
You have a police badge or police ID? Oh, like your 55 cent.
Am I drawing home?
You with somebody?
Krisha.
As the officers continued to question her, Sergeant Smith became verbally combative and refused to cooperate. She even attempted to assert her authority by giving orders to the arresting officer.
Holloway. So she refused everything? Okay. I didn't ask her for the drug test yet? Okay, but she's probably gonna refuse that as well. Yeah, she refused. Someone said over here that you were shaking. 316? Listen.
The team had yet to conduct the field sobriety test, but they anticipated that Sergeant Smith would likely be uncooperative.
Treat me like this, like an animal? My own people? I'm gonna sue I'm gonna expose all that.
The DUI officer was taken into custody, and while being transported to jail in a police cruiser, she was caught on camera threatening to sue the department and expose them. The sergeant faced 2 charges and was relieved of her duty. However, her lawyer argued that the actions taken against her were retaliatory, claiming she was being punished for being a whistleblower. The officers upheld the law, even though the perpetrator was a colleague and a superior at that.
So what's the unlawful act?
Right now, it came in as a suspicious
Okay,
person.
and what statute is suspicious?
Has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. What's the law?
To determine what's going on. So all
I'm taking
asking is
pictures in public.
Who you are. You're telling me you're doing something.
Okay.
That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
In January 2019, a Jersey cop attempted to violate a journalist's First Amendment rights. Little did the lawless cop know that this routine activity of his would lead to him getting an embarrassing schooling.
Working on a story for the township?
You're working on a story for the township.
Well, about the township for me.
For you?
Yes.
What are you making, a documentary?
It's a news story.
News story?
Yeah.
The police officer stopped the civilian, who was recording a video of a public building, and began questioning him as if he were a suspect.
You have ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
You can do whatever you want, but just need to identify who you are.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do, sir.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
And what law is that?
Well, it came in as a suspicious person. Anytime we investigate as to somebody calling in about suspicious, we need to at least identify who it is we spoke to. You're not in trouble in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, then I don't need to give ID.
Well, you do.
What law is that?
To know who you are.
Shortly after, the officer made his motive clear by demanding the man's identification and claiming to have received a call about a suspicious person in the neighborhood. However, the man refused to provide his ID and questioned the officer's justification.
What law is
If
that?
I'm investigating a crime, it's actually called obstruction if you fail to provide
Wrong.
documentation. No, it's
Quote that statute.
already
Quote
know
obstruction. Apparently you don't.
Sir, look, I'm not looking.
I have to commit an unlawful act and prevent you from performing your unlawful duty to be in violation of obstruction.
Noticing that the man remained unyielding, the officer warned that if the journalist continued to refuse cooperation, he could face charges of obstruction. But being fully aware of his rights, the civilian still did not budge.
Currently, right now,
So what's the unlawful act?
Right now, it came in as a suspicious
Okay,
person.
and what statute is suspicious?
It has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it
I'm
does. What's the
investigating
law?
to determine what's going on. So all
I'm taking
asking is
pictures in
identify
public.
Who you are. You're telling me you're doing something.
Okay.
That's fine, but I need to verify who you are.
No, you don't.
So in the event that something turns into something, I at least can say, all right, I went out and I spoke with this person. You're making this more difficult than it needs to be.
No, you are.
Not really.
You can come out and say, good morning, sir, how you doing? Taking pictures, enjoying your First Amendment right to take pictures in public?
What was the first thing that I said to you today?
What are you doing?
I said, no. I said, how are you, sir?
Okay, how are you?
Did I not say that to
Yeah,
you?
you did.
So you just asked me what did I do, and I already told you what I said.
Okay.
I said, how are you? And I said, what are we doing? And you told me what you're doing. And I said,
that's
that's
it.
fine. And I explained to you why I need documentation from you, just to verify who you are.
The man questioned the officer, hoping to understand what he had done wrong, but the officer was unable to provide a lawful justification for his actions.
Okay, but you don't need to verify who I am.
I unfortunately do.
No, I have the right to privacy in public.
You do, to a certain degree.
Yeah, and this is within that degree.
Yes.
Yes.
But again, if we're investigating it for suspicious because somebody called it in, it's not like we just...
It doesn't matter if somebody called it in.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so if you're outside on your property mowing your lawn and somebody says you're suspicious and the police come by, you have to give them your ID?
To verify that you live there, yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes,
it's
you
your
do.
property. Entitled to follow the law.
Which is this person.
Okay.
We just need to verify who you are and identify who you are.
And what statute is suspicious? What law am I breaking?
Sir, I'm not. I already went over this with you. I don't need to go.
And you
into
haven't
detail.
justified yourself yet.
I do. And listen, again, if
Okay,
you fail
well,
to
I-
provide your documentation, you can be placed under arrest for
You think so?
documentation. Otherwise, you are going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
Despite the journalist's claim to be exercising his First Amendment rights and right to privacy, the officer insisted that he had been identified as a suspicious person and threatened to arrest him.
I do not have identification on me.
Well, so then you lied to me because when I first asked you if you had identification on you, you told me yes, I do.
Oh, I have fingerprints and retinas.
No, that's incorrect. I asked you, do you have documentation? Do you have identification?
I do not.
You can go back into your video recorder and you can verify. Do you have ID?
I always have ID.
Okay, can you provide that?
No.
Okay, so who are you then? Because we're going to have to verify who you are.
I'm not going to answer any
And
questions.
here's the other problem. Now you lied to me, so now I have a concern as to whether you're being truthful and honest with me. Do you understand?
Okay, well, you're not being truthful and honest with me because you haven't quoted the law yet. Then I'm required to show you
Sir,
ID.
I already explained to you what I need to
Supervisor.
do. If you fail to, there's actually a supervisor right there.
Okay.
Okay?
As the confrontation grew heated, the civilian contradicted himself by claiming he had no identification, which the officer immediately pointed out. At that point, the man called for a supervisor.
And I don't need to have a supervisor anyway because I asked you for who you are.
Well, I'm
You
asking
lied
for
to
a
me about
supervisor.
who you are, and
I did not lie about who I am.
I explained to you what happens if you fail to provide documentation. Now, if I find out you're lying to me, now you could be charged with hindering.
Do we have a sergeant?
Giving failed documentation.
No.
You have two sergeants, right?
Two? Okay.
What's going on? So, what is your name and what is your information?
I'm not answering any questions. Personal information.
Okay, well then you're going to be placed under arrest for obstruction.
And what
Okay,
law
like
is that,
sir?
Sergeant?
He doesn't need to explain it to you.
Well,
I
he
already
does
told you
actually.
that's what it is.
He actually does.
Just hold on a second.
So let's find out.
Can I just ask you what you're doing here?
Yes, sir. I'm in public taking pictures of a public building, expressing my First Amendment right to freedom of press. I'm here to actually file a complaint.
Okay. You have
against-
that right. You have all those rights. You just
Thank you. Well, he appears to tell me that I don't.
Now,
Believing he had sufficient cause for an arrest, the agitated officer was about to charge the man with hindering. However, the supervisor intervened, making inquiries about why the civilian was there.
just so you know, there are areas of this building that are posted.
Absolutely.
Off limits.
Yep, like the back of that parking lot there, it says restricted area, can't go back there.
Areas or video those areas.
Absolutely.
Other than that, if you want to walk around with your camera, you can walk around with your camera.
And I don't need to show ID to do that.
You don't have to show ID right now.
The supervisor confirmed that the man was within his rights and did not need to show identification as long as he stayed out of restricted or private areas.
All right, sir?
How's that?
Well, that's incorrect, actually, in that respect.
Oh, is it? Is it?
It's
So your
different than
sergeant's
what you
wrong.
explained to my
So your sergeant's wrong?
what we were going to.
So your sergeant's...
We're not going to get to the argument here. So we're all set,
Because
all right?
I was just threatened with arrest for not providing identification. It's a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
All right, sir. But now we're clear on what's going on, right?
Is he?
Are we all clear?
Is he clear? Because I'm clear and you're clear.
Everybody here is clear, sir.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Continue what you're doing.
I appreciate your help.
All right? You have a good day.
You too.
All right?
Thank you very much.
Guys.
Thank you.
All right?
Have a nice day, officer.
You too, sir.
Hope you learned something today.
The grumpy officer appeared visibly embarrassed upon hearing his supervisor's verdict and even argued that the supervisor was wrong. However, the supervisor promptly intervened and put an end to the argument.
And there they are, trying to figure out where I parked.
The civilian savored every moment, recording the officers, and at one point, he was even surrounded by 5 of them. To rub the shame in, he went back to the officers and asked the grumpy officer for his identification. The supervisor, well versed in the law, intervened to prevent a potential lawsuit at the scene. In the last case for today, it seems that these security men might have never heard that civilians also have rights.
It's all on camera. I can run it back. It's all on camera. You'll see it on YouTube later, I promise. I'm allowed to do what I do. Y'all have to understand that while in public, you can be filmed. There's no expectation of privacy at all, buddy. At all.
In January 2020, this civilian was filming outside the Odell Oil Company in Belton, South Carolina, when he noticed a sign on the company's fence.
So today we are in Belton, South Carolina at the Odell Oil Company. This is where we are here. Look at that. Photographing or otherwise recording this facility or its operations is prohibited.
Continuing his tour, he noticed a similar restriction on the net fence, but knew that he was within his rights, so he kept on filming anyway.
Look at that. You gotta love that. Let's go see this sign here. This sign here says the same thing. That sign says the exact same thing. Access to this facility is limited. Photographing or otherwise recording. That's an interesting statement. We'll see how that goes.
The man was still filming the property when 2 individuals came out of a building on the premises to confront him.
So they don't have anything about recording here on this fence here. It's a visitor parking is back down that way. But they don't say anything about recording this property. They got something about Homeland Security on there. So you would think that they would know. I would hope they would. But again, we are down here in Belton, South Carolina. Oh, we got some interested people coming out here now, y'all. Look at them. I can't hear you. The whole facility, well, both of them really. Get some information on them. I'm sorry, brother, I can't hear you. A whole lot of information, honestly. A whole lot of it. Visitor parking is back along the side here, or is it in the gate on the side? Say what? We can't just give out our information. Oh, no. I didn't have any questions about it towards y'all. I can kind of find out what I need out this way.
The 2 men, identifying themselves as operators, informed the man that he could not gather private details and threatened to call the police.
Who are you? I'm an operator here. Operator here, what's your name?
So that's irrelevant.
I understand that. Yeah. Cav, your name? Okay, I was just asking.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Unfazed, the man encouraged them to proceed and call the cops. The men, who say they are operators of the company, refuse to tell the man their names when asked and proceed to call the police on him. But their threat didn't bother the man at all.
Yeah, inside the fence is.
Yeah, what you need pictures for?
You said what I need pictures for? Well, I can't say it right now because it's not published. But you can call the people, that's fine.
One of the operators asked why the man needed pictures of private property, but the man refused to reveal his reason.
So he didn't want to give his name. But we're here, and they say it's private property, but that is a public utility right here and there. But they're going. So y'all stay tuned, please. So they decided to send somebody out here to talk to me, right? It's actually about to start raining. I wonder if he's gonna get out the vehicle. Come on, don't waste the trip. If you're gonna get out the car, come talk to me. You can come on. You can come here. These guys completely, it's finna start raining, which is the crazy part. So I'm actually going to get soaking wet. But I'm in Belton, South Carolina at the oil company on a road here, 33 feet from the center line of the road. I have their property line in my phone, and there are public utilities all right here. Some are in their property, some are right here, which is outside of the fence, and their trespassing signs are on the fence, which is beyond me. It's very beyond me. And he's just sitting here. If you turn it sideways, you get a better picture. If you turn your phone sideways, you get a better picture. Hey, buddy, if you turn it sideways, you get a better picture. Let's go talk to him. And then here comes his buddy down here in the truck. Yeah, that's his buddy right there. They're all curious.
The man is rather excited about them calling the cops and continues filming, telling them that he'd continue his tour until the officers came around. The man clarified on camera that he was on private property, but asserted his right to film due to the presence of public utilities in the area. Shortly after, they sent someone in a car to monitor him.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out where y'all to follow me. It's like nobody here understands the rights that I have granted to me under the First Amendment. That's what's crazy. You know, this is all public property right here.
No, this is state property.
Which is public. State property is tax funded, which makes it public.
What are you trying to do?
So my tax dollars, your tax dollars pay for it.
I mean, it's suspicious and they report it and all in, so.
I mean, that's fine. And again, I told the people over here to call the police, that's fine. I don't mind talking to them. But you see that public utility right there? If I want to walk all the way to that pole and record this property, I can because the city put that there. Okay. So that city property is public. I don't mean anybody no harm.
Someone finally came outside the fence to confront the man again. Arriving in a white Ford truck, the new man claimed that filming outside their property was suspicious and began taking pictures of him.
In the car? Huh?
Can I ask you what your intentions are?
My intentions is, I just want, again, I don't see these every day, so I stopped to take pictures of all these big oil wells here because I don't see them every day. But it's like people are freaking out about it over a camera.
Well, it's kind of a touchy.
But y'all have cameras all over y'all facility.
Oh, we do.
So how is my camera any different than your camera? It isn't different, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just trying to spread education. That's all. If I can film, so can you film, and y'all cameras are rolling in there. There is no hurt, harm, or danger done here. None at all. I see all your prior notice about trespassing. I haven't breached not one of them signs. 33 feet from the center line of the road is public property. And I also have the GIS survey of y'all's property line. I don't plan on coming on y'all property at all.
Can I ask your name?
I'm not giving that out. If the police officer want to come talk to me, I'll give him my name, maybe.
Okay.
But if y'all are gonna call him again, I'm not gonna leave. I'll stand right here because I don't mind talking to him. Are they on the way?
Not.
Oh, well, again, I mean, if y'all want to call him, I'm totally okay with that, brother. I have no problem with that. I'd be more than glad to talk to him.
Okay.
Thank you for coming out. Yes, thank you. So this is the guy that we just talked to. And he is following me now. This is what he's doing. So we're going to get his license plate and publish that since he wants to be a butthole. This is also him in his vehicle.
The man points out to the company employee that none of them understood the First Amendment rights of U.S. citizens and goes on to lay it out for him. While being filmed, the employee asks for the man's intention, and he tells him why he was there and how he did not understand why they were shaky. So the employee left, or so he thought, as he spotted the man following him.
Hey, did they call you out here? They did? Along this public easement here. And I was taking pictures this way, that way, and back here, and they freaked out. They completely freaked out about it. And they was like, well, I'm gonna call the police. I said, that's fine. I don't mind talking because there's no crime being committed here.
Finally, Officer Parker from the Anderson County Sheriff's Department arrived on the scene, and the man explained the earlier events to him.
Hey, come over here, buddy. Yeah, you. Come here, please. I just need you to inform him of the First Amendment that I'm allowed to record here in public, and I can be on my way. That's all I need from you, Officer Parker. Yeah. Can you please just inform him of my rights through the First Amendment, and I'm on my way. That's all I wanted. There's no hurt, harm, or danger done here. I was strictly filming. I'm sure y'all have been prompt on it because we sued Anderson a long time ago. I don't mean any hurt, harm, or danger by it, but these guys here completely freaked the hell out, and I don't know why. I just need him to be informed of my First Amendment right, and I can be on my way. I'm gonna come across the road because I got to get it on film that you told him for my protection. That's all. I told you I was coming back, buddy. I ain't want to be rude. I just want you to be informed and hear from someone else that I'm completely allowed to do what I'm doing.
So with him taking pictures, it's not a problem. Okay. If he goes on the property, you kind of get his story.
We're just going to determine we're on high alert anyway, so we're just making sure. Can you ask him to put video of me?
I'm allowed to.
He then calls out to one of the men to come over and speak to the officer. Officer Parker explained to the employee that as long as the man filming was not on their property, he had the right to film and take pictures.
I'm about to tell you that so we can be cordial. The first time you saw me, and I was cordial. No, I told you that I'm allowed to do what I'm doing. It's all on camera. I can run it back. It's all on camera. You'll see it on YouTube later, I promise. I'm allowed to do what I do. That's all it is. And I wanted her to come tell you because I didn't want you to think I was being a jerk about it. It's completely legal. And y'all have to understand that while in public, you can be filmed. There's no expectation of privacy at all, buddy. At all. And she can attest to that. I tried to be cordial with you, but y'all wasted resources and called them out here for no reason at all. There's nothing you can do about it.
As long as he's not, were you going behind the gate or anything?
Well, you walked in our driveway.
No, I didn't. I stayed on the sidewalk and you kept talking to me. I said I couldn't hear you and I came closer to hear you. It was a consensual conversation at that point, so please don't try to say I came to your property.
You was on the edge of our driveway here.
Because I couldn't hear you, which was then a consensual conversation that you engaged in. I came closer to hear you.
An employee informed the officer that the man's actions seemed suspicious and made them uncomfortable. They also requested that the officer instruct the man to stop recording, but that didn't happen.
I can't.
What can we do?
Build a brick wall.
If he goes behind the gate, we can put him on trespass from there. But as far as him being out here taking pictures, video, and I can't do it.
Can't do anything about it. I tried to tell you that, but y'all wasted resources.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, sir. How about you?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm David, by the way.
Hey, David.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam.
It is. That's why I'm out here, actually. I'm about to go jump on my bike. I just tried to help these two gentlemen out here. And they didn't want to understand me, so they called this sweet officer out here and wasted resources when they could have asked me the same question. And I gave them the same answer, but they didn't want to listen to me. So now they're on the internet looking like fools because I tried to tell them. And those weren't my intentions. I tried to walk away, but then I saw her pulling up and I figured that they called and wasted her sweet time out here.
The officer emphasized that the man recording had not violated any laws and there was no legal basis for intervention. Another employee emerged and the cameraman, David, jokingly explained the situation to him as well.
I'm sorry you had to come out here, Officer Parker.
You're fine. Just do me a favor, don't go behind the
Oh, I won't. I won't. And I told them I have their property line on my phone. I checked the GIS survey. As long as I'm well within public property, it's a public utility pole. There no trespassing prior notice starts on the other side of that fence. I have no plans of breaching their property at all. None.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming out, all right? It was a pleasure having you here. Fellas, I'm sorry about the misunderstanding, but at least now you understand, all right?
Do the same.
If you think this cop was a mess, wait till you see the next drunk officer who is on duty.
You record right now?
Yeah.
Turn it off, bro.
Why?
Because it's a violation of HIPAA law. He's actually in.
Pardon me?
You see anything around here right now? Did you see anything? Yeah. Please leave.
Why?
Because right now we're working on this. Can you please leave the area? He's a victim. He's a victim right now. You want to leave?
I'm watching.
You want to leave the area?
I want to make sure he's being
Please
taken
back
care
away.
of. Cool. Is there a rule about that?
We don't want you right here if I'm attending him.
Okay, but you're not
I
doing
want you on the other side of that hedge.
What are you doing?
Right now, I want you on the other
You're
side.
not attending him. What are you doing?
Sir, right now, I'm going to ask you again on the other side of that hedge.
Why don't want to have to go to the other side?
You're going to get arrested for obstruction.
How am I obstruction?
Because I'm asking you to go to the other side, and I don't want you approaching me.
I'm not approaching you. You approach me.
Other side of the hedge.
What about everybody else?
Recording the incident was Mr. Galen's right, but the deputy had no regard for his rights as he went over to smash his phone before arresting him.
Cool. Is there a rule about that?
We don't want you right here if I'm attending him.
Okay, but you're not
I
doing
want you on the other side of that hedge.
What are you doing?
Right now, I want you on the other
You're
side.
not attending him. What are you doing?
Sir, right now, I'm going to ask you again on the other side of that hedge.
Why don't want to have to go to the other side?
You're going to get arrested for obstruction.
How am I obstruction?
Because I'm asking you to go to the other side, and I don't want you approaching me.
I'm not approaching you.
Galen was then taken to the police station and charged with resisting an officer without violence. Galen bonded out of prison, and the charge was soon dropped. Mr. Galen didn't file any complaints, as if he was just waiting for his moment, which finally arrived 5 years later during a city commission meeting. Deputy Galen was getting an award for the Deputy of the Month when Galen decided to take revenge.
It's good to see you again. You probably don't remember me, but you're the police officer who falsely arrested me 4 years ago. You lied on the police report. I believe you're a rogue police officer, you're a bad police officer, and you don't deserve to be here.
No one expected this, and everyone was stunned. That's when the mayor stepped in to calm the situation.
We appreciate, as a whole, BSO and everything that you do for us.
The venue, the comments, and the way they were presented into the public setting was inappropriate. We just left a meeting. I talked to him about it, about how I was disappointed with his behavior, and it was unacceptable. And, surprisingly, the commissioner was very receptive to it, understood that perhaps he could have took a different approach, and we're going to work together to make sure this type of thing doesn't happen again.
This soon became a huge controversy, and many people criticized Galen's methods, claiming that it wasn't the right moment. However, some people sided with him as well.
There is a difference between legitimate criticism of a deputy and using a platform of the city commission to embarrass, humiliate, and berate that deputy.
You chose to act in a manner that brought shame, shock, and disbelief to all who saw it.
We are not anti-police, we are anti-police misconduct.
When you censor Mike, the rest of us will get seriously vocal. Thank you, Mike, for your courage.
When it comes to our police and how they treat residents and visitors of our city, I'd like to see some changes because every resident in Tamarack should feel safe and protected.
As the matter grew, people also claimed that Galen should be removed from his job. That's when the commissioner stepped in and addressed the incident.
Received messages of hate, threats. My family's safety has been compromised. I have to explain a mugshot for the rest of my life, as if I am a criminal. And I'm not a criminal.
Despite the pressure, the city commission let the matter go without reprimanding Mr. Galen, meaning he had the perfect revenge on the tyrant cop. Surprisingly, there is no shortage of idiot cops, just like this one, who was caught driving drunk.
I'm a Pinellas County deputy. I could get out, I could get in. I mean, you could come in. 5, 6.
On May 17, 2022, Officer Kristen Higgins was on routine patrol when he observed a car speeding and swerving across lanes. He conducted a traffic stop and was shocked to discover who was driving.
Okay, so driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay.
And my driver's license.
Huh?
I'm a Pinellas County deputy.
Okay. Do you have your license, registration? No? You don't? Do you have your ID on you? Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm a deputy, but...
Well, that's why I'm asking. Do you have any weapons on you? Or
I live right there.
Okay.
I would normally, but...
Do you have some kind of ID or anything on you?
My ID is not here, but I'm a Pinellas County deputy. I was just driving that way. I dropped my friend off, and then I went this way because I live right there.
I get that, but I pulled you over because you were flying past everybody, and you were cutting.
No, I was just driving.
Okay, when
the
I was
regular
pulling
way.
behind you, at this point you were going like 56 and a 40. You were flying.
No, I was not flying. I was just.
Do you have your registration with your name on it or anything?
Well, this car is not mine, so.
Okay. Do you have anything with your name on it?
Can I see your driver's license?
Sure.
Do you have your work ID?
No, it's at home in my cruiser.
Pinellas County Deputy Sheriff Shelby Elise Coniglio was behind the wheel, and she quickly flaunted her status. While the officer ran her license, she chatted with another cop. Her behavior made it apparent she had a little too much to drink earlier.
Hi.
So sorry.
You're fine.
I put the wrong one.
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Yeah.
What's going on tonight?
I have no idea. I'm trying to get home.
Oh, okay. Do you know why she pulled you over?
She said because I'm driving too fast.
Oh, okay.
But I'm a Pinellas County deputy, and I'm just trying to get to my house, which is right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been with SO?
5 years.
Gotcha.
Is that a problem?
No, absolutely not.
Just trying to...
Yeah.
Deputy Shelby acted as if she was above the law, believing nothing could happen to her. To make matters worse, she started flirting with the officer, showcasing a shocking level of entitlement.
I'm good?
Like, you don't have to step out right now.
Well, there's like 5 people now.
You said you were a deputy?
Yes.
Where at?
Pinellas County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, you're with us all night.
Yeah.
How long you been with us?
5 years. I mean, I could get out, I could get in. I mean, you could come in.
No, you're good right now.
Listen, I'm just trying to, I don't know, whatever you guys want to do, whatever it is.
Good.
I live at that light right there.
Gotcha.
So if you want to hang out, if you don't want to hang out.
Where are you coming from?
Not even long. You know Gandy Boulevard?
Mm-hmm.
I picked up someone, brought them over to their house, and then I was going back to my house.
Gotcha.
Because I am just living my life.
I gotcha.
And they actually live with Pinellas. And so I was like, oh, I'll bring you home.
Gotcha.
Boom, 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 boom. Easy.
Gotcha.
Espanol, but...
Where from?
Wait?
So you're Spanish?
Yeah,
From
you say where?
Mm-hmm.
Honey, you know you speak Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Peru. Peru.
Ah, okay. I'm Dominican.
Dominican?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. No. No.
What's wrong with that?
Italiano, okay? And I only speak some Spanish,
Gotcha.
okay? For the most part, Italiano.
Gotcha.
But she pulled me over, I do what I want.
However, despite her best efforts, Officer Kristen wasn't going to let her off easily. He insisted she pass some field sobriety tests, much to the deputy's dismay.
She's coming now.
Alrighty. Go step out of the car for me a second. We're just going to talk over there, okay? Can you pull your front lights? Okay, we're going to come over here. Just right out of the road. Can you walk over? Are you able to walk over here?
Yeah, in the...
Well, no, I just want to get on the sidewalk so
and
we're not on the...
bullshit.
Okay, alright. Talking to you, I am getting some signs of impairment. Okay, can I check your eyes real quick?
Really?
Alright, I want to give you every chance to say that you're fine. Okay. So can I check your eyes real quick?
This is what we're going to do right now?
I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice?
No.
And you pulled me over for going 10 miles over the speed limit?
You were going more than 10 over the speed limit. And
Really?
it's not just speed, it's also how you were driving.
No.
Despite being a law enforcement officer herself, Shelby was adamant about making life difficult for the officers on duty. She hoped her badge would earn her some special treatment.
That's where you're at right now?
Yeah. Can I check your eyes real quick?
This is how you're doing it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't have a choice. It's
Yes,
the
you
same
do.
for anybody else.
No, yes you do.
I can't treat anybody any differently.
Yes, you would.
No.
I wasn't in other people's lanes.
Okay. I'm not going to argue about that. There's dash cam video and all of that, okay? We're past that point right now. The point is you were stopped. You're showing signs of impairment.
I'm not showing.
Okay. All right. I want to give you every opportunity to show that that's not the case.
I want to ask. What signs of impairment was I showing?
You've got bloodshot, watery eyes. You have slurred speech.
Nope.
Okay.
I want to know.
Okay.
Pulling over. What was the signs of impairment?
I'm not gonna.
Because I do not have bloodshot, watery eyes because I have contact lenses in my eyes.
The deputy had clear signs of intoxication, including watery eyes and slurred speech. Moreover, she was hobbling, giving the officer every right to conduct a field sobriety test.
No, you have to go over it again. Okay. I am showing what exactly?
You have bloodshot, watery eyes. You have slurred speech. You have
But I'm wearing contact lenses?
Okay. You have a strong odor of alcohol coming from your breath.
But I have...
Okay. Alright. As I said, I'm just conducting an investigation at this point. I want to give you every opportunity. You're saying that you're fine. I want to give you every opportunity to show me that.
There's no way in hell. No way in hell.
Okay. Can I check your eyes real quick? Just make sure that you're okay?
You're gonna check it? No. You said that, but it's not impairment.
Okay. Well, if you are telling me you're not impaired, that's great. I want you to give you every opportunity.
Show me that I'm impaired.
Okay. Can I check your eyes real quick?
And then what after that? If you're gonna check my eyes, what after that?
It depends what I see in your eyes.
Okay, so it depends on what you see in my eyes, but after that, it doesn't mean anything.
It's just one step at a time. Right now, I just want to check your eyes.
No, I don't. I don't want to see in my eyes. I want to see after that.
Okay. After it's a building process. Okay. It's not a one test determines everything.
Test.
Finally, after stalling for as long as she could, Shelby agreed to the field sobriety tests. The officer started with the most straightforward eye test, which would easily reveal if she was intoxicated.
Can I check your eyes real quick? Sure. Okay. Are you wearing contacts right now, you said?
I am wearing contact lenses and I cannot take them out.
That's fine. Do you have blindness in either eye?
I don't know.
I mean, can you see this light?
Yeah.
Okay. All I have you do is just stand with your feet together and arms down at your sides. So what I'm going to do is follow this red light with your eyes. Oh, careful.
That is...
Light with your eyes. Oh, careful.
That is...
Okay. What I'm going to have you do is follow it with your eyes and your eyes only. I don't want you to move your head at all, okay?
That's too fast. It's too far away.
Just follow it as far as you can go.
It's too far away.
Your eyes are drifting. You're not focusing on the pen. I just need you to focus on the pen, okay? Where were you born?
Orlando.
And what's your current address? You said you work for HCSO?
PCSO.
Oh, Pinellas County.
Yes.
I thought you told me Hillsborough County earlier.
No, I did not. I never said that.
Okay.
I said PCSO.
Okay. Are you street deputy or detention?
No, I am a deputy, Pinellas County. I'm a patrol officer.
Okay.
Been here longer than I have.
Then why is she doing this? When I live right there. She doesn't care. She wants to fuck people over.
I'm pretty sure that's not what she wants to do.
So, in the sense of being a deputy, with her doing this, what are your thoughts?
What do you mean?
In the fact of me acing this or not, it doesn't matter, right?
No, I mean that's the point of this, right? If you don't show signs of impairment while you do it, it's better for you. That's why we give you that option.
I'm still gonna be perfect for this.
The officer stuck to protocol, explaining everything about the walk and turn test, but her performance will leave you stunned.
It's totally up to you, but I would suggest taking your shoes off. Probably a lot more comfortable, but it's your decision. Need help? Careful.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm going to do small heel to toe steps. 1, 2, 3,
10 4, 10 6.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Alright. So for this next test, you can disregard the line. We're not going to use it.
Officer Kristen did a great job handling the drunk deputy, sticking to protocol every step of the way. Finally, she proceeded with the last sobriety test before making his decision.
You understand the instructions?
I understand.
Alright. I'll let you know when you can begin.
Which leg do you want me to pick up?
Whichever foot you want. Whichever one you're more comfortable with.
Are you going to pick up?
Huh?
Right, left?
Whichever one you want.
I'll pick up whatever.
Okay, that's fine. I'll let you know when you begin, okay?
Okay, whenever you want. 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012.
Hands on your sides.
1000. Huh?
Keep down your hands next to you.
Oh, now I forgot which
And now
one.
you may stop. Remember where else you are?
No, we were just trying to piece furniture together.
What time is it right now without looking, if you had to guess?
12 o'clock.
How much do you have to drink while you were down there?
I didn't have any drink.
Okay. Here's the thing. We both know you've been drinking. Okay. By telling us complete lies, like, I know that you're not being honest, okay? So, I know you had something. Do you remember where you had drinks? How much did you have?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so why do you smell like alcohol?
I do not smell like alcohol. I smell like pigment.
That's not pigment. That's very strong alcohol. Okay. And, I mean, you're a deputy, you know about HGN, okay? That's caused by alcohol. So, how much did you have to drink?
Despite being clearly over the limit, Deputy Shelby kept lying about her condition, demonstrating how even trusted officers can fail to uphold the law. Soon the officer decided to arrest her, putting an end to this altercation.
No pockets in here. Nothing up in your bra. Spread your feet for me real quick.
You want
Huh?
to keep those rings on? Or
Do you want those in the car, or do you want?
Just your stuff in? Do you have anything else you want?
My wallet.
Where is that?
It should be in the passengers.
Just that? Just your wallet and your phone? Okay. The car is registered under your dad's name?
Yes.
Are you close?
No, he's in Orlando. Yeah,
So
and I live at that intersection right there.
Is there anyone that can come pick the car up?
Yes, there is.
Who's that?
My sister.
Her sister. Is she close by?
She lives with me.
Oh, okay. Her sister lives right there. What, you know her number? Or you need it?
Not off the top of my head, I don't. I need my phone, which is in the car.
Alright, I'll bring it to you. What's her name?
Stephanie?
Stephanie, gotcha. Alright, give me a second.
Okay.
The deputy couldn't contact her sister, so the officers had no choice but to tow her car. On the other hand, she was brought to the police station to be booked.
Well, I know that.
Huh?
It's not my car.
I know.
It's really nice.
It's new.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Your keys are with the car. We got your phone and your wallet. And there's like a key inside your
car.
Your wallet. I don't know what that's but that's with your stuff still.
It's with my stuff or it's with my wallet?
You had like a house key inside your wallet?
Yes.
Yeah, that's still with your stuff. Whatever keys were on your keychain went with the car.
Wait, so you guys have to go to your precinct and then you have to all the way go over to 49th?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
One of the officers conducted a breathalyzer test, which came out as 0.206% and 0.219%. She was charged with 1 count of DUI and transported to the Pinellas County Jail. Things got from bad to worse for the poor deputy, as she was instantly fired from her position. However, this wasn't the last time a police officer was arrested, as the following incident involved an even more dangerous situation.
I said, whatever, dude. So he started walking and he kept playing a gun like this to us. He said, well, I'm going to take your soul. I'm going to take your soul from you right now.
On January 26, 2024, the Albuquerque Police Department received a shocking call from a person claiming that a Bernalillo County deputy had threatened them with a gun. Soon the officers went over and found the deputy in question.
Thank you. I said, over here, I shut the key. We're leaving, I shut the key, and we're just out there opening your candy, getting ready to leave. And this guy, he's on a PA system and turns some lights on and says, get out of here. Get out of here. Take your business out, sir. We know what he's talking about. So then I said, excuse me. I started walking like this, and he pulls his gun out on me. He says, get the fuck back. Get the fuck back. I said, what? He goes, this is the sheriff's office. I said, whatever, dude. So he started walking, and he kept playing a gun like this to us. He said, well, I'm going to take your soul. I'm going to take your soul from you right now. Keep tying in this guy.
Hello, sir. My name is Officer Weather Deputy. Are you security here? No, I'm just chilling. You're just chilling? So the reason why I'm talking to you is we got a call for service about a silver Dodge, a gentleman pointing a gun at somebody else saying he's going to take a soul and doing all that. Do you mind just stepping out for me real quick so I can complete my investigation? Because this is the truck that they named. Did you have an ID with you? Yeah. Okay.
The deputy was later identified as 34-year-old Michael Barreco, who continued to refute the claims against him. And, however, the cops weren't about to let the matter slide easily.
Like I said,
just got here,
no, I know. So like I said, we got a call. Someone's pointing guns. This is the vehicle they gave.
No,
that's why I'm talking to you.
Yeah, I literally just got here.
I'm trying to figure out a description for the male that did this.
No, I get it, Billy.
So once they get me that, we'll continue going. If they give me the description that matches you, what we'll do is we'll do a field ID of the person that's called is whoever our caller is. We'll come do all that stuff and either say that's him or that's not him. Okay. You're not working security or anything?
No.
What do you do for work?
I work for the county.
You work for the county?
Yeah.
What do you do for the county?
I'm with the SO.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
So you're off duty?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Brett, where are you at? So I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I'm on the west end of the Circle K. You a football guy?
What's that?
You a football guy?
What do you mean?
Like you watch football, NFL and stuff? Who's your team?
I'm a Niners guy, man.
Niners? Oh, nice.
Yep. Barely made it out last week. Green Bay.
Yeah, well, Green Bay got hot at the right time. I think their team was just a little too young.
Yeah.
I'm a Saints fan, so I haven't. Ever since Breeze left, we've...
1585, can you log me 1916 and starting mileage 901?
Yeah, this is super awkward.
I
know. The officer realized that there was something wrong, as he could smell the alcohol on it. Therefore, they had to detain him momentarily before they worked out the entire case.
What's up, Garcia with AP? Yep. This is Michael.
Michael?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Michael.
So, just to let you know, bro, right now, you're gonna be detained until further notice, just pending investigation, okay?
Okay.
So we do have to place you in handcuffs for now, okay?
Alright.
Just until we can run
step
some more
forward, please?
investigation of what's going on, okay?
Got 2 cuffs?
Yeah.
Those are the work.
Alright. Go ahead and slip sec. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, you got the fob. Lucky.
Have a seat for me, man.
Yeah, man.
Alright, just stand by for me, okay, man? Thanks for your patience.
Yeah, what are we waiting for?
So I'm gonna go talk to the clerk inside. If you saw anything, get more information, and I'll come and talk to you.
Sure.
Alright.
Soon, the officers obtained the CCTV footage, which clearly showed Michael approaching. However, the footage didn't capture the assault, so the cops continued to search for conclusive proof, which was just around the corner.
He also said he been working with BSSO for 15 years.
Oh, really? Maybe is that so?
Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't know.
The 26th?
Yeah, I think Tristan added it to the call. So I would probably have
it doesn't. Maybe it's a.
Is that better? You want to turn it? You want to turn it?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a sec.
I'm not very flexible.
There you go. Go ahead and turn. Whichever way you want it.
Yeah.
You want it like that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Nothing there either way, really.
Can you do just one more time? Like,
Absolutely.
I appreciate that a lot, just so we can see it again.
No problem.
It looks like
this reverse is horrible.
It could have been, hey, get the hell out of here. Their reaction wasn't.
Because this is what I think happened. He saw him, he's probably getting high. He said, guys, get it out.
Yeah. A little bit further back.
Further back?
Yeah, when he approaches the vehicle.
With me again, sir?
Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not trying to bug, man. I'm just trying to figure out what the status is. Like, I just really want my wife to know that, like, I'm okay. I'm not dead somewhere. She hasn't heard from me in hours.
We're gonna have these guys get brought.
Okay. We're actually almost done and we can do that, yes? Just give her an update. And we'll give you an update really soon, okay? Was that your only question or concern you wanted to let me know about? Or?
Can you tell me what's going on? Like,
Yeah,
am I getting booked? Am I getting released? An investigation?
We 100% will. Let me talk just with your team, and I'm going to come over here. Just with those gentlemen, though, they're kind of my chain of command, like same as yours. So we'll come right back.
Soon, the officers considered letting him go, but then decided to get a search warrant for his car. What they found inside would leave you shocked.
So everything is justified. There's no questions. For tonight, though, you're being released. Nothing's going to take place further. We gave your chain the report number and stuff. They are willing to give you a ride home. So we're going to get you out of these cuffs, sir. Thanks for being compliant. So let's do that. Let's get you out of here, sir.
How am I able to get my phone, man?
Tomorrow morning, the one sergeant, I don't know if you saw the other one that was with me, he's in contact with the chain. Once things are being like released and stuff, we can get
in contact with anybody like without my phone, man. Like, not even like work and stuff.
We, you know, too, like just our side. If we take something out of that truck, we're violating, your rights and stuff. So we had to do the right thing too.
Right.
I'm sorry.
So I guess, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Like,
Yeah.
How do I get my phone? Or how do you
We're gonna get probably everything to you tomorrow. So our detectives, they come out, start unsealing the vehicle, doing their search warrant stuff, and get your property back. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get you out of here, sir. Cool. Do you have everything on you, sir, that you need?
Yeah.
All right, and then I think one of them will help you out, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Cool. Appreciate it, man. I'm waiting for my friend or something. Just perceived as not doing shit you probably should have been doing. I don't know. I'm trying to do the right thing.
Was there anything more said after that? Like as they were walking away?
No, just like super muffled. Just like, get the fuck out of here. You're a good professional.
If you have any questions, I give you my phone, my contact information, so that way you guys can get in touch with me. All right. I appreciate your time.
Moving on, we have this moment of justice where a racist cop was held accountable thanks to this commissioner.
Sir, what are you doing?
Excuse me?
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over there because I don't want to yell back and forth with you.
I just want to know what you're filming.
Yeah, no, I'm just filming the town hall here. Oh, I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
May I get your name so I know who I spoke with?
Liz.
Liz? Thanks, Liz.
The employee understood Sean's reason for filming and didn't bother him much. Sean continued filming around the town hall before encountering a public servant from the town supervisor's office who escalated the situation quickly.
Hi, are you filming?
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Good, how are you? Are you filming?
Who are you first?
Who are you first?
No. Who are you?
I'm sorry, you're in my building. Who are you?
I'm in your building.
This is the town of Orangetown's building?
This is yours?
This is the town of Orangetown's building. I work here.
Oh, okay. This is not your building. You don't own it, right?
I'm sorry, are you filming here?
You don't own the building. The people own the building, ma'am. This is a public building.
And
Respectfully.
you need to have, do you have a permit to film here?
Do I have a permit?
Yeah.
I do not have a permit, no.
Okay, so in order to film in this building, you need a permit.
That's not true. That's not true.
Oh,
who are
really?
you? Yeah, really. Who are you? So I know who I spoke with?
I want to know how come you think you don't need a permit?
Is your name on your shirt? I can't really see. You work for the
Please
supervisor's
shut that down
office?
because you're not allowed to film here without a permit.
The woman who refused to identify herself was extremely rude and had no knowledge of the law, as she kept asking Sean to stop filming. However, Sean had every right to film in a publicly accessible area. During their argument, Officer Califf of the Orangetown Police Department arrived and sided with the Karen.
Man, why are you becoming so hostile? How you doing, sir?
Officer Caleb, Orangetown Police Department.
How you doing?
What's going on today?
Nothing, just filming.
He doesn't have a permit.
I don't need a permit.
I'm going to ask you to leave.
I'd like that shut off,
This
so
is-
I don't want
Exits
anything
this
on
way,
it.
you can turn it off, or I can take it from you.
Don't touch me.
You can
Are you ordering me to leave?
I'm ordering you to leave.
But I want that filming, whatever's on his
Turn it
phone
off.
shut off. I want
Don't.
it
I'm
wiped off.
walking out.
Turn it off.
This is not against the law. This is a constitutionally protected activity. I'm trying to. You're trying.
Turn off the phone.
I am trying to walk past you to
Turn
leave.
off the phone.
I want to make it clear. I'm trying to walk past you to leave because you're going to need some complaints.
Turn off the
Don't
phone.
touch my phone.
Turn it off.
Don't I have a body camera on too. Don't touch my phone.
Turn
What are
it
you
off.
guys doing? This is against the law.
Give me your license.
This is against the law.
License.
This is against the law, sir.
I'm on your ID.
This is what crime have I committed?
I can ask you for your ID. You're
And
you're in a government
you can
facility.
you can ask me for my
Where's
ID
your
and I can decline.
Where's your ID?
I'm going to decline to give you my ID. It's my right.
Oh, you are? You
It's
can't
my
do that in a
right.
government facility.
Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime, sir?
You don't have a permit to film in this
That's not a crime.
Officer Califf immediately started intimidating the auditor, even using force against him. Sean was unlawfully bullied out of the area as he continued to protest for his rights. Shockingly, neither of the officers had any clue about the Constitution and continued to push him away.
This is a public building. Go get your supervisor, please. I'm asking for your supervisor.
I'm going to wait right here.
I'm sure your policy states that if I ask for your supervisor, you have to get me one. So can you get me a supervisor? Because you're going to make a big mistake here.
What's my mistake?
Your mistake is you're violating my rights.
I'm not violating your
And
rights.
I'm going to
You're
hold
in
you
a-
accountable.
You are in a government building.
You just grab. That doesn't matter. This is a public building. Yes, I am. This is a public building. I'm a journalist. I have freedom of. I have freedom of
Like I
press.
said, you want our supervisor?
Yes, I want your supervisor.
Come down to the police department side and we'll bring our supervisor.
Great. Tell him not to touch me. Don't touch me again. You touch my You touch my camera.
You need to turn it off.
No, I don't.
You need a permit to film in this building.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Is that a law?
No, it's town ordinance.
It's not a law.
Califf had no clue that ordinances do not supersede the Constitution. It's bizarre to see an officer who does not respect the Constitution as he continued to be difficult, along with the other woman. Fortunately, another officer arrived and safely escorted Sean to the police department, where he could talk to a supervisor.
Town ordinance.
It's not a law. Where's the
You want me to
code?
go get the town attorney?
Go get him. I'm sure he'll educate you, ma'am. If he's
I'm
good at what
sorry.
his job, I'm sure he'll
Are you trying
educate
to
you.
insult me?
No, I'm
You
not
just
trying
said
to
I need
insult
be
you.
educated.
Yeah, because you obviously don't know freedom of press.
I issue the permits in this building and the town of Orangetown.
You obviously don't understand I have a right to freedom of press, ma'am.
You do not have the right to film in this building.
I do. This is a public building.
$5,000 and
This
I
is
issue a permit?
You're talking about for commercial film. Again, you need education. Go get the town attorney, please. You're talking about commercial filming, ma'am.
I'm not going to have you dismiss me like I'm some peon. Okay?
Ma'am, you've been treating me bad. You've grabbed my camera. Please get me a supervisor, sir.
So come with me to this side and we'll get supervisor.
Please get me a
This is
supervisor.
the town hall side. Come with me to the police department side. We'll get supervisor.
Don't touch me ever again. Please excuse me. Get out of my way. Thank you. Excuse me, sir. Sorry about that.
Come on.
No, I don't trust this guy behind me. He's a loose cannon.
Walk in front of us then.
Loose
walk with
cannon.
you. He can walk in front.
Loose cannon. Uneducated.
The officer intervened and took Sean aside before he went on to rant against Officer Califf and the public servant who was bullying him.
What are you in training, man? Like, I don't understand. What's wrong with
Why is
you?
he in training? Where did he get the indication he's in
Because
training?
he doesn't understand that I have the right to film, number one. Number two, he puts his hands on my equipment, which he cannot do.
Right, but you don't have the right to film inside for no legitimate reason, which is what he was trying to explain to you. That's what we're trying to figure out.
First of
what
all,
you're
no one
filming
before.
for. Like,
Exactly. I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story. I'm working on a story at City Hall. I have to go see the town clerk to do a Freedom of Information Act request.
But you don't do that at the town clerk, though. That goes to the records department. The Freedom
No,
of Information.
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about for the police department. I'm not talking about for the police department, sir. I'm talking about for the town. I mean, it's public, but I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. It is. I don't want to put anybody that doesn't. Wow, that's insane. You guys have no right to try and grab my phone. You have no right. I have the right to record.
I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, well that's. It's on body
I don't
camera.
want to speak on that because
It's on body camera.
Right.
And it's on this camera.
Right.
You tried to grab my phone, not you. When I say you, I meant the police.
Right.
Shortly after, the officer called for a supervisor with whom Sean wanted to talk and filed a complaint against Officer Calla.
I'm not leaving, so. But yeah, no, I'll wait, no problem. And then after I'm done talking to him, I'll conduct whatever business I have left, and then we'll be good.
Sounds good.
All right.
If that other female comes back, I would just come get me. And
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore her. I'm just gonna ignore her. Yeah, I don't want to deal with her, honestly. All right. Good morning.
All right, my name is Mike Boyce. I'm a sergeant here at Orangetown PD.
What was your last name, sir?
Boyce, B-O-Y-S-A.
Boyza.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You requested to speak with a supervisor?
Correct, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Officer Califf.
Okay.
Completely unhinged and out of control.
Okay.
Completely.
All right.
Attempted to take my phone from me. Like, when I say attempted, grabbed my phone and I had to wrestle it out of his hands.
Okay.
Ordered me to leave a public building while I'm conducting lawful business.
Okay.
And just completely unprofessional and unaware of the freedom of press that we have in this country. I told him, no de-escalation technique whatsoever to try and figure out who I was, what I was doing here. Just allowed an employee from the supervisor's office to put a battery in his back. And like I said, immediately, I'm ordering you to leave this building right now. Didn't even ask who I was, what I was doing. No type of, prerequisite questions as to figure out what my purpose is. This is our building. This is the town building. You need a permit to film. Again, all things that a police officer, I don't know if he's new. I don't know, if he's been here for 20 years. I don't know. But the point is that a police officer should know. They should be properly trained not to put your hands on law-abiding citizens.
The supervisor calmly listened to the entire incident, and it was clear he understood the law much better than his junior officer. After hearing the whole ordeal, he was ready to file a complaint against Officer Calla.
These behaviors by law enforcement who took an oath to uphold the Constitution really concerned me, and I want to file a formal complaint against this officer.
Okay. Do you want to provide me with your ID?
I can give you my name, sure.
Okay. All right. What's your first name, sir?
My first name is Sean, S-E-A-N.
S-E-A-N. Okay. And your last name?
Reyes, R-E-Y-E-S. No issues. This is a public building. These are public areas of the building.
All right. So independent journalist, right?
Correct.
And you're gathering information?
Correct. As far as the layout of the building, public records requests.
A couple forms for you here.
Okay.
Civilian complaint against the police employee. So I'm going to give you a pen here. Do you have a pen on you or no?
No. You know what? I'm going to fill this out. Can you give me your email or internal affairs email, and I can email it over? And I'll definitely follow back up on it.
Would you be able to bring this original back here? Could you fill it out and bring it back to the police station?
Sure. Yeah, that's not a problem. Will you notarize it and then give it back to me? Give me a copy so I have you know what I mean? Like I have a signed copy that you received it.
I'll look into that, whether or not can give you an actual copy of it. But what's going to happen is you'll fill it out when you come back here. I'll sign the bottom, confirming it. Okay, but we want to keep the original.
Sean got a complaint form for Khalaf, but he was still not done. He went over to the town hall building to get information about the tyrant lady, as he was not ready to let her go so easily.
Regarding, I don't know her name. She didn't give it to me, but a woman came out and was very rude. You know, I would go as far as say unhinged. You know, yelling at me. Had a police officer try and take my camera from me. I have freedom of press. And no one even asked me what I was doing first. They just said, you can't film in here without a permit. Do you have $5,000? You know, just escalated the situation. I'm an independent journalist, exercising my freedom of press right. I don't need a permit, which I tried to explain to her. But again, her behavior and the way she conducted herself was completely out of line. So as a member of the public, I wanted to speak to somebody. And did you talk to the police? Well, she doesn't work for the police. So there's a police officer who I'm going to file a complaint against too.
Hello.
Hi.
I just been advised that the police are handling it, so.
So the police are going to handle the complaint against
So
somebody
that's all
who...
I could say. So have a good day. So the police are going to handle it.
Okay. Well, the people will handle it. Well, you see, no accountability here, no transparency, none whatsoever.
Sean then went over to file a FOIA request, and this time the town clerk seemed to have a problem with the camera.
Don't film me.
Excuse me?
Are you filming me? Please don't do that.
Sir, I'm just
permission to do it.
Okay. I'm just trying to conduct business. That's all I'm trying to do.
Understand.
That's it.
Conduct it when that's closed.
So because I'm filming, you won't help me?
I'm telling you, I didn't give you permission to film me, so please turn it off.
Sir, you work for the public. I don't need your permission. I'm just here gathering content for a story. There's nothing nefarious going on here. I just want to conduct my business, be on my way. There's cameras all over the place. I didn't give you permission to film me.
That's for the safety.
So, okay, so this is for my safety.
What am I going to do?
What am I going to do? Exactly. The argument goes both ways.
I'll see if the form prints out. Normally it's done online. If not, you can really, there's not a form.
It doesn't, yeah, it's a law, so I could just put on a blank piece. You want to hand me a blank piece of paper? I'll take care of it that way. It's not a big deal.
Why are public officials so afraid of being recorded? Finally, Sean wrote his complaint and submitted it to the supervisor.
Hey, Sergeant, here's the written statement.
Okay.
A little sloppy.
All right.
It's basically a little summary of everything I told you already.
All right. Okay. That's my email address. You can take that with you.
All right.
And then email me the video. We'll be in touch.
Will do, Sarge. Thanks.
Okay.
Have a good day.
I'm trying to reach out.
Excuse me.
Shortly after submitting the complaint, he left the building and continued with his day. Officer Khalaf acted as a tyrant and was taken care of, but you'll be shocked to see what happened with this police captain who broke the law.
Please. Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
On March 12, 2023, some Oklahoma police officers noticed a car speeding and swerving across the lane. Shortly after, one of the officers pulled over the car and was surprised to discover who was inside.
Stay in your vehicle. Get back in your car.
I'm
Drunk?
no, I'm the captain.
Huh? A what?
Captain.
Of what? The big, don't reach in your pocket. Get back in your car. 116 Show Me 10-6 on Henry Lincoln Edward 497. Have a seat.
I will. I'm not.
You been drinking tonight?
I just got a ride.
The man driving the car was none other than the Oklahoma police captain, James French. The captain was visibly intoxicated and took no time before asserting his authority.
You've been drinking tonight, sir.
I'm a captain on the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
What division?
Investigations.
What are you doing pulling in here?
My mom and I stay here.
You been drinking? How much we had to drink tonight, sir?
Please.
Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle. You gotta be kidding me.
Despite the captain's repeated pleas to turn off the body cam, the brave officer remained firm in his duty and refused to be intimidated by him.
How much we drink tonight, sir?
I was at a poker game.
Uh-huh. Because you were swerving all over me when you turned off here, you didn't use your signal.
I'm sorry.
How much did you drink at your poker game?
Not much.
Not much? How much is not much?
I don't know.
Beer? Liquor?
Yeah.
How
Beer.
many beers?
3 or 4.
3 or 4? How long ago was that?
It's been going on a while.
How long ago did you drink your last beer, sir?
What time is it now?
It's 0140.
Midnight.
The captain was in a desperate situation, and the officer tried to conduct some field sobriety tests before passing judgment.
Forward to the rear of your vehicle.
Okay.
You got any weapons or anything on you?
I do not, sir.
Just turn around, I'm gonna pat you down real quick.
Go ahead. Do what you need to do. I promise you I'm not a problem.
Okay.
Can I shut my door?
I'll shut it for you. Just hang out there at the rear of your Chevy. Look straight ahead. You see the tip of my pen, sir?
I do.
I want you to follow the tip of my pen without moving your head, okay? Don't move your head, sir. I'm going to demonstrate for you first. While I'm demonstrating, I want you to stand with your feet together, hands down by your side, just like this. All right, sir? What's your name?
Matt French.
Matt French. Mr. French, stand just like that for me.
Okay.
When I tell you to begin, okay, I'm just going to demonstrate for you first. I want you to pick a foot of your choosing. It doesn't matter if it's your left or your right foot.
I'm familiar.
You may begin.
1,000.
Keep
Sir,
going.
can you turn that off?
I cannot, sir.
Please.
I know you're aware of our body cam policy. You know I cannot turn off this body cam.
I do, but I'd like to talk to you.
I can't do that, sir.
Please. Please. I'd like to talk to you.
Captain James couldn't believe that he was being held accountable for his action. It's probably the first time he faced an honest officer in his life. Despite his resistance, the officer kept on with the tests.
Are you going to do the test or not?
Will you please talk to me?
I'll talk to you once we're done.
You can turn it off, you can turn it on.
I can turn it off once I'm done with my investigation, sir.
Okay. I'm asking you. I'm a captain on this police department.
I understand that, sir.
I get
and
that.
I am a sergeant on this police officer, and
I
I've taken an oath to uphold the law. I don't show favoritism to anyone, regardless. I don't care if you're a gangbanger or the President of the United States.
Sir, I'm not asking you for that.
If I was to treat you differently than I was to treat like some Southside loco or some pedo, how's that look on me?
Okay, I'm not asking you for that.
Because I wouldn't do that for any of them.
Sergeant Skinner, please.
The captain's awful performance indicated that he was intoxicated beyond the legal limit. The officer conducting the test was getting impatient with James, who wanted special treatment.
Are you going to do the test or not, sir?
I will. I will do whatever you ask.
Okay, once we complete the test, I'll turn off my body camera once I'm done with my investigation.
Okay.
You may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, please. Please. I'm asking you.
I can't do that.
Okay.
Wait, let's try another test.
Who is this?
One of my partners.
Who is it?
Not sure. Can't tell with the lights on. No, it's Officer Kitch.
The officer followed protocol and conducted the final sobriety test before he went over to arrest the captain.
All right, anytime you're ready, you may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, go ahead and turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you gonna arrest me, sir?
Yes, I am.
Can I talk to you?
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back, sir.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we witnessed moments where corrupt police officers were held accountable by higher authority. It's always satisfying to see these ignorant tyrants get put in their place by judges, senators, and sergeants who remind them that no one is above the law. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.